Welcome to Spooky News from Spooky Ventures for May 31st, 2019. For the first article we're doing, I'm not even going to list any sources because there are literally so many sources across the web that it would take an entire video just to list them all. But apparently the Air Force has been releasing a lot of information about UFO sightings that they've had. I think most of the sightings were 2014 to 2015 that they were talking about, but they've said that there were sightings on a nearly daily basis. And they've opened up a new kind of study on it. They've set up all kinds of new procedures for reporting them, and they're saying their UFOs are real. They're not saying though that they're extraterrestrial. They're trying to figure out where they're from, what they are. But they've had pilots report objects doing all kinds of things that regular aircraft couldn't do. And these guys are pilots, so they know what aircraft can do. So it's kind of interesting. You really have to wonder, though, since these were several-year-old reports, why there's all this sudden talk about it. If you look around, some of the articles are coming from the same source, and they're just sort of getting repeated around, just like I'm doing, essentially. But some of them, there are a lot of different sources within, different people from the Air Force or the Navy talking, and there are some different angles to the story. So it's more than just one news bit coming out and being reported all over the place. So I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of odd that all of this is just coming out right now. You might not think of burlesque as spooky, but the Dallas Observer had a story this week about a spooky burlesque show. The article talks about a performer named Aubrey Scorn and her show that she herself describes as spooky. It's apparently quite theatrical. Of course, burlesque is theatrical, but this one she plays a lot of spooky, creepy characters and is designed to showcase the spooky angle. You can check out that article or at the link I'll give you. Alt Press has an article about the band The Chromatics and how they've done a new version of the song from Courtney Love's Hole, and the song is called Petals. According to Alt Press, the version they've done is what they called spooky. It's done for the new Netflix movie, The Perfection. Personally, I've listened to the song. I don't really hear it as spooky, but I'm including a link to it in the details of this video, the description of the video, and I'm also adding it to the spooky music video section of the Spooky Ventures YouTube playlist, so you can check it out and decide for yourself. Maybe you will think it sounds spooky to you. In TV news, there's a new series that starts today. It's called Unidentified: Inside the America's UFO Investigation. And that seriously ties into the opening story, and perhaps that has a lot to do with why all those articles have come out in the recent days. It may even just be part of the PR department for the History Channel, which is where the TV show is going to air. The TV show starts today, and don't get me on the whole thing of why the History Channel is showing this. I suppose in some way, since it sounds like they're going to take a historic look at the UFO investigations, it might fit a bit better than some of the things do on History Channel. But in any event, it should be of interest to those who like things that give you a little chill or leave you with an unexplained idea or unexplained feeling. So go ahead and check that out tonight and set your TiVos or DVRs or whatever you're using and give it a look. According to Hollywood Reporter, Netflix has ordered a new TV series to be produced based on an Egyptian horror series of books. The series will be titled Paranormal, and it's expected to be filmed in Egypt. And it seems there's a lot of TV news this time around. The website Refinery29 has a report that Hulu has also ordered a new horror series. While there's no title announced so far, it is based on a book of short stories by a guy named Nathan Ballingrud or Ballingrud. And the title of the series, or the short story book, is North American Lake Monster Stories. I'm sorry, it's North American Lake Monsters Stories. Um, but apparently it's a series of different kinds of monsters. I read there's something about a werewolf and different things and how people relate to these creatures. So it should be an interesting series. In movie news, two movies are opening this weekend. Godzilla King of Monsters opens, and the movie Ma opens. So get out there and check out those. I have high hopes for the Godzilla movie. I really haven't seen any trailers for Ma, but who doesn't love a good Godzilla movie? Well, that's it for Spooky News for May 31st, which means that's it for Spooky News for May. We'll see you again next week and hopefully have a bunch of good stories for you. In the meantime, have a great week. Spooky Ventures is the home for spooky content and spooky merchandise on the web. Check it out today at spookyventures.com. And remember, always keep it spooky.